Rell Seas just gave fruit users hope. Hope for what, you might ask? Well, I'm glad you asked. It's hope for deep sea exploration. Now, if you look here, we have a whole scuba gear set. We got the traditional fat bubble helmet with a little corkscrew on the side, or whatever you want to call that. It looked like a freaking spyglass, I'm not gonna lie. And then it looks like a nice set of armor, honestly, but it's scuba gear. Trust me. Got the glass on the front that you can see out of, and then on the back we have a backpack, which seems to look like a chest, but it also may be a air tank, or rather a oxygen tank. Now, if you don't know what an oxygen tank is, it is a tank full of oxygen for you to breathe underwater for extended periods of time. Now, of course, this is a full body suit because devil fruit users are not supposed to be able to enter the water and retain their strength. They immediately become weak and fall within the water and sink until they would eventually die unless they get help from a non-devil fruit user. Here's another look at the scuba gear set. It's just the chest piece. It's looking from a side angle, showing you that you got the little oxygen tank strapped to you. They got it on double security, no cap. And here's just further proof that the Rell brothers have said that you can use this scuba set as a devil fruit user and still do depths exploration. So Rell Sin says trench armor for players to explore the depths / trenches inside Rell Seas. In parentheses, he says fruit users can wear this to not drown. And as you can clearly see at the end, he says it's untextured plus unfinished. So this is not even the final product. They're just getting y'all a good image of what you can wear in order to do depths exploration for extended periods of time, especially as a devil fruit user, because everybody was scared that fruit users would not be able to experience the same gameplay as someone who was not a devil fruit user. The next big topic we have is Rell Heavens. Everybody knew that Skypiea would be in the game, but we had seen no news of it besides the race Skypeans being within the game. So right here we have the first looks at what the gate will look like to enter Skypiea, aka Rell Heavens, and let's just say this gate is ginormous. They slid us another size comparison, and y'all know I love to cover those because, as I said before in my last video, no games give you these size comparisons like Rell Seas is giving you, and also no games are retaining the size differences from the anime they're based upon. So here's the image of the size difference. This is the R6 model. This is you. You are nothing but a speck of dust before this gate, my boy. I'm gonna have to spit it to you like that one. Absolutely humongous. And then you have pillars lining all the way to the exit of this gate. You have little holes in the ceiling and a snow white cloud for you to walk upon till you get to that exit. This gate is beautiful. Now, chances are that this is probably unfinished and untextured, so don't expect for this to stay the same until the game releases. And yeah, just take 1 second to appreciate the font and the little stars on the side. That's some minor details that a lot of people wouldn't really care about, but I like it. So yeah, here's the final POV of someone standing within the entrance. It's looking real nice, calm, you know what I'm saying? You got a breeze going through there if you see these little white lines, you know? As you can see, when it comes to Rell Seas, you can expect the details to be there, bro. You can expect that. Also, Rell Bad has said himself that this is one of the biggest islands within the game. And yes, he did say they're currently rebuilding the terrain. So yes, this is not a final product. You can expect it to be slightly different or even entirely different, who knows, by the time this releases. Rell Heavens is probably gonna be one of the more pivotal parts of your entire progression. Seeing as it is one of the biggest islands, they have to put in that effort to fill up one of the biggest islands. Am I right or wrong? Okay. So since we know that, that means it's going to be filled with some of the most content within the game, as it is one of the biggest islands within the game. So you can expect to spend a lot of time here at Rell Heavens. So since I know that I will be spending a lot of time in Rell Heavens, the fact that I see them putting this amount of effort into making this model, giving you breeze effects and other little minor details to make your experience more immersive, I'm appreciating that wholeheartedly. I'm appreciating that. Speaking of it being one of the biggest islands in the game, we are looking at 19 to 20 islands on release, with C1 and C2 might be incompleted, as you can see by Rell Sin's message. And this is all on top of underwater exploration. So underwater exploration will be within the game on release. So y'all can go ahead and tip your head off and be excited for that. I'm just saying, who you know making these ginormous islands, and there's 19 to 20 of them on release, plus C1 and C2, or rather giving you a C1 plus C2 package on release. Come on now, bro. The haters have to just disintegrate. You gotta disintegrate at this point. We'll be going over some things that I have missed over the past couple of days. So we do have a Kaido model rework. See, this is the old Kaido model, and this model was great. Everybody really liked it. It was arguably the best model made for Roblox, but they had to switch it up due to copyright reasons, which in turn led them to make this model. Now this model is looking pretty different, but if you know, Kaido also took on this form at some point, but we're not going to talk about that too much. But yes, as you can see, we got a fiery mane on the Kaido model. It's looking very nice, I'm not gonna lie. Now, do I mess with it from like a canonically accurate standpoint? No, but from like a, oh, this is just their model, yes, I do like it. I do mess with it a lot. It does look really cool. Of course, it does look like a model that hasn't escaped Roblox though. This is not like crazy, you know what I mean? But it's still really good model. Here's another POV of the neck. This is behind the mane. So as you can see, it looks pretty detailed. Got the fur on the arms, looking real nice. And then we have a face shot, fiery eyebrows, you know, fiery whiskers, and little jagged teeth that go in and outside of the mouth. Does have some blue fur as well. So it's looking like a nice little blend. Honestly, it would have been kind of plain if it was only the mane and not any blue fur, because Kaido does have a little bit. This is the model before being placed into Roblox. It's looking pretty nice. And then this is the concept art, and looks like a little sketch on the right side. Overall, y'all let me know y'all opinions on this Kaido model. Me personally, I do really like it. It sucks that you aren't Kaido himself looking at it from a canon aspect, but this also has its own charm. See, Rell said that the hair is customizable and it can be black as well. It's just an example. Now I'm pretty sure they're throwing little hints like you can still look like Kaido if you really wanted to, just change the hair black, but it can also be customizable. And if y'all don't know me, y'all know I love personalization. I don't like being like everybody else. So from that perspective, this is a dub in my book. This is a great dub in my book, because I always want to be able to change myself to not look like the next person I see in Rell sees or in every other game I play. So with that being said, don't go for a cyan hair color, because that's mine. that's mine. So yeah, don't go for cyan hair color. Moving on to the brand new Leopard model. This is the full form that we had yet to see, but now we got the news. It's looking pretty nice. If you can look really close here, you can see details of a rib cage. You see muscle definition. It's looking pretty nice. I'm just hoping that it does not stand like this when you put it in Roblox. You know what I mean? Because this is not necessarily natural stance. Here's another POV from the opposite side, again with the rib cage, the muscle definition, paw definition, claws. Pretty nice overall. Even has details in the face. This is what I'm saying, bro. Like, they're really producing some of the best models on Roblox and saying nothing about it like this a commodity or something. I also really like the little fur patch on the top. It makes it look different from a basic little leopard, you know what I mean? And finally, this is the full form next to the hybrid form. As you can see, the hybrid form is a buff humanoid version of the leopard, looking nasty, because I hate looking at hind legs for some reason. It really like make me mad a little bit. No, I'm just playing. But yeah, as you can see, it's partially low fur, and then it has like leopard hints. Like as you can see, the hand right here, it has leopard print on its hand, and it goes up and wraps around to the elbow. But as you can see, a bit of the forearm and up to the bicep is just plain skin color and looks as if it's basically human skin. It's also across the chest and across the other arm respectively, and on the feet. But you have leopard print on the shoulders, and again wrapping around to the hand. You have it on the head, and you have a little fur patch around your neck, look like a little collar. It's pretty nice. I also love that they showed a size difference between the hybrid form and the full form. Obviously hybrid is going to be taller, seeing as it's a humanoid version. I'm pretty much thinking that hybrid form is going to be for attacking primarily, and full form is going to be for like exploration, running around, you know, things like that. It's probably going to be a faster version, more so based on mobility. And assigning these forms roles like that is really unique in my opinion, because in other games that don't have exploration but have full forms, nobody really uses the full forms at all, because it's like, why? What is the purpose of going into this form that's less attack oriented, along with a hardly noticeable improvement in mobility speed? Trust me, you don't have to think too hard about it, because there is no point. That's why it gets ignored so often, because nobody wants to use a form that's in every way inferior to another one that's easily accessible to them. So yeah, I believe if they were to assign the roles to each form respectively, that'd be very unique, and it would make it so that everyone would be using each and every form, and nothing was a waste of a model to create or a animation to to create. Now my only question is, when you're doing deep sea exploration and you have a devil fruit and it's a zone, can you change between forms within that suit and the suit still grows or shrinks with your form and changes shape? That is what I really want to know. That is what I really want to know, because if not, that just means you have to be in base form the whole time you're in that suit underwater. And how are you going to fight underwater when you encounter a sea beast? So it must be a suit that adapts to whatever form you're in, which means the game is just that much better overall compared to every other game. Let me stop comparing, bruh, because at this point it's in a whole league of its own as far as models wise and concept ideas. I hope they do add that. That would be a great addition, I believe. I don't really see any downsides to that, except, you know, it's another article of work they have to get through in order to add it to the game. But it's a great concept though. And now for the end of this plethora of content and sneaks that Rell just provided us, we have a GIF or GIF. I don't know how y'all say it, but I like to say GIF, so I'm gonna say a GIF of a ship coming out from under the water. I don't know what movie this is whatsoever, but that's not the most important part. Yeah, it does look cool, but Rell says here, sunken ships, comma, underwater battle. Underwater battle? What? Y'all boys, we're gonna be fighting underwater with ships. Sunken ship battles. I don't think y'all understand the meaning of this. I don't think y'all understand that this has never been done. I don't think y'all understand that this is an entirely new form of game that we're playing. How do y'all feel about sunken ships and underwater battles? Please let me know. Please let me know. Please, by the way, if you're still watching at this point in time and you did enjoy the video or learn anything new, go ahead and give me a like. And if you're feeling extra generous, go ahead and subscribe, because I will be continuing to post Rell content up until its release and afterwards. But continuing, as I just said, yes, we will be having underwater battles, maybe against sunken ships with your ship, or also including player ships and things of that nature. Crazy idea, crazy concept, and if it's done correctly, crazy gameplay imminent for us, probably around mid 2024. Rell also says devil fruit effects, impact frames that are top quality and optimized, back to where Kido. So that means this whole time, while they've been adding all these new concepts and models and sneaks, they've also been revamping the devil fruits with their impact frames and whatnot. I don't know if they've seen that one guy's video where he was talking about their impact frames being garbage, but hey, now they're upped. So now what are you gonna say? Trust me, they always gonna find something to say, I promise you. Lastly, as you can see here, Rell says Rell is about 60 to 70% done roadmap wise. Now, we don't know what that means in detail because we haven't seen much of the roadmap in general. We've just been getting abstract sneaks, you know, model here, island here, jail here, underwater here, all these different aspects of the game, but nothing really about the narrative of your individual experience. But that's a pretty high percentage nonetheless. That means that we should be expecting this game around mid 2024, because it did take them a while to get to this 70%. But come on now, another 6-7 months to get 30% done? Hey man, that seems extremely doable to me. But like he also said here, a lot of things set them back, like reworks, but still progressing. So that means along the way, obviously they're still going to be reworking things. They're still going to go back and revamp some things, because as time flows, a new standard sets. So they're going to look back and be like, yo, I could do better than this. Oh, let me change this. Or like, yo, this is too canon. I need to make this more personalized so that I can't get copyrighted and things of that nature. So regardless, I still think that within these next 6-7 months, we should be expecting Rell to be released. If it doesn't go that way though, hey, credit me, I'm not gonna respond though. With that being said, I assure you, if you want to see more quality content like this, go ahead and click this video popping up right here. Deuces.